This video is about spiritual bypassing, and what that means is that when you deliberately repress your feelings and emotions, you're denying them the ability to have the potential fully expressed. In other words, when you have any type of energy, that energy must be expressed to its fullest potential, either in the physical or in the metaphysical. So by not allowing that process and that sequence to take place, you're internalizing it and you're causing it to become sedentary and stagnant. And at some later point in your life, it's going to wind up resulting in something that's catastrophically emotional for you because you didn't allow these things to be released. This is like a catharsis that I would equate it to like a valve. You know, if you ever seen anybody on stage singing into a microphone, that's like a cathartic valve. You know, it's allowing them to release all that stuff that they've pent up and built up and just, you know, absorbed. Even it could have been just a week ago or maybe their whole life. But nonetheless, they're actually allowing those feelings and emotions to be expressed and just to be transmitted. And they're allowing the feelings of knowing in themselves what it's like to have that experience. So it's like it's a beneficial process all the way around. You're not only releasing things, but you're getting to experience the release of it. And also, once they're released, the energies are now expressed to their fullest potential. And it just feels like a sense of accomplishment. And also, a weight has been lifted off of you. And, you know, the reason why you have trauma and negativity is because of low vibrational people. But there's a reason that the earth has to have low vibrational people, because this offers an ebb and a flow, a tension and release, yin and yang, light and dark, because without one, you know, the other one doesn't exist. So the universe knows this. So this is the reason why we have to have low vibrational people. I'm not saying they're a pleasure trip to be around, you know, because everybody at some point's been low vibrational. You know, you could be moody, negative, something didn't go your way, you're low vibrational. But there's several key points that these individuals follow consistently that make them a consistent and constant low vibrational person. And usually it's maybe like 15 or 20 or so, like key points that they just check off that, you know, they fit into this pattern. But nonetheless, it isn't for anybody to judge them or, you know, to criticize them or ridicule them. It's just that this is a necessary element of the cosmos, because you have to have positive and negative. I mean, after all, that's what a battery is. It's a two-post terminal. You know, it's there for a reason. So the universe knows this. So you have high vibrational people, you have people like mid-range, low vibrational, then you have extremely low vibrational people, and then you have ultra high vibrational people like Sagittariuses are usually super high vibrational, which is really beautiful. So this offers a dynamic spectrum in the energy fields that the earth is comprised of. And it's just a beautiful experience, really. I mean, if this world was just all happy people, then nobody would be happy, because there's nothing to contrast that happiness against. So in that sense, we need everything that God is giving to us, because if we didn't have it, we wouldn't have this beautiful panoramic, you know, tapestry of diversity. That's just the way I perceive it to be. Again, like anything with this channel, it isn't like, you know, this is the only way, or, you know, I'm trying to profess that this is the universal truth. It's not. My channel is not about that. My channel is about just me expressing my connection to what I call the universe and sharing it through this channel in the hopes that you get something beneficial from it that can help you in your life. That's really the premise of why I do what I do with this channel here. But nonetheless, you know, when you allow feelings to be released, that's basically the journey from self-healing to self-love, I feel. Because it's an ever ongoing journey. It isn't like you can do this in 3 steps and then you're all better and transformed into somebody completely different. It's a learning curve. You know, you always learn different things about yourself. This is the premise of experiences being presented to you, because the universe knows full well not only your full potential that you failed to realize in yourself, but also the universe knows that you're carrying elements inside you that are detrimental to you. And they're blocking you from receiving high vibrational experiences that you deserve. The universe knows you deserve way better than what you're just looking to accept. You know, some people just look to accept the mediocrity of life and they're okay with it. When the universe says you're just cutting yourself short and we can send you something drastically different. And the people are like, no, my comfort zone's fine for me. I'm okay. You know, this feels normal. It feels safe. And unfortunately, a lot of people, they don't even get to live their lives. They're just drifting and they're just going through the motions, living, day to day, paycheck to paycheck. And they're not actually, not only are they not expressing themselves as individuals, but they're not realizing the full potential of what that means when they receive that energy back in waves and waves and waves from other people or from the universe or from the earth herself. That's why I used to do open mics a lot. And when I first started, I was freaking frightened, man. I was like just terrified. But then, I got into like a little click, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, man. And then I got really good at it, and then people used to show up in just droves to see me. I mean, I remember one time like 30 kids popped in. I was like, hey, who are you here to see? They were like, we're here to see you. I was like, whoa, cool. And then I realized it's just an energy exchange. I send it out, they send it back, and it was just a beautiful thing. So, it's a really amazing process. And that's when I began to understand the catharsis of releasing energy, because I had so much stuff built up in my life before that point, and I didn't know where to release it because I didn't have anybody to talk to. I was just basically by myself all the time. So that microphone and that crowd was like therapy, man. And then a few years before that, I was getting into writing, writing poetry and starting to write books and things like that. So that was like, man, that was like the best therapist in the world. I'd encourage everybody to start writing books, short stories, whatever you can, any type of writing whatsoever, even if it's a journal or diary, whatever. That's the best way to release these trapped and pent up stuck emotions and feelings and pain. The whole object lesson of pain is for you to learn from it, to allow you to heal to your freedom, not to continue to live it and get stuck in the past. We're all guilty of that at some point. We tether our feelings and emotions to these things, and then we just refuse to let them go. But with regards to low vibrational people, they have to be here. I mean, there's a reason that everything is here, even though we don't understand it, we don't agree with it, we don't accept it, and we might not believe it to be so. But the universe is what it is, and unfortunately, people have been conditioned to believe that God is some, lovely, fluffy white man who can do no wrong, who only knows love, and and there's no such thing as darkness or anything like that anywhere in God's kingdom, which is not true at all. I mean, when you're talking about source, you're talking the source of all creation. So therefore, you have to factor into the equation of life that source is everything. That's why I said in a previous video, God is as much evil as God is as much good, light, dark, everything else. So that's why these things are put here: low vibrational people, negative situations, horrible experiences, for us to learn aspects of ourselves so we can move on to another earth after we leave this place. Because if you didn't, then you have to come back. Because if you didn't fulfill your missions or your purposes or your goals, or you didn't fulfill your destiny or your fate or your karma, whatever the case may be, then you have to come back. That's just my perception on it. Again, it's just my feelings and my thoughts and my truth, and that's basically all that it is. So I wouldn't want to mislead anyone into thinking that this video is trying to tell you how to live your life or how to guide you deliberately, because only you can guide yourself. But when it comes to spiritual bypassing, basically what people do a lot of times, they internalize their actual feelings and they just get angry with themselves later on that they didn't express it in the moment that they had the opportunity to do so. I've felt that many times myself. Like, you just don't know why you're holding your tongue when you want to say something, or you're sacrificing your feelings and emotions just to save someone else's, and that's not right to you. And these things have to be released, no matter what type of energy it is. It could be an emotional energy, physical energy, sexual energy, it could be spiritual energy, it doesn't matter. It has to be released to its fullest potential. It must be expressed to its fullest potential, or else it gets bypassed and trapped. You're not addressing it, you're bypassing it. Like, in other words, if somebody shows up to your house that you had a scheduled appointment with, and you just blow them off, they're like, that's not right. You scheduled time to see me, to meet with me and sit down with me. I don't understand why you don't want to, see me face to face and have a conversation with me. That's exactly what your feelings and emotions are saying to you. So they have to be addressed. There's no way that they can't. So the journey from self-healing to self-love is a personal journey. This is one of the major aspects of it, dealing with low vibrational people, or perhaps becoming one and then changing yourself into a high vibrational person. That's also part of the journey. Spiritual bypassing is another. But I find more often than not that when we are journeying through the exploration to the discovery of ourselves, through the journey of self-healing to self-love, it isn't good to just laugh things off and pretend they don't exist, like if you believe that'll make it go away, because it doesn't. You have to bring these feelings and emotions to the surface of your reality, address them, heal them, and release them, or else you're just going to be playing a make-believe pretend game with yourself, and it's just going to be very cyclical. You're not going to get out of that loop. So you just, like I said, this is a personal journey. I can't put like step 1, step 2. For me, that's not even practical. This video is just a suggestive tool for you to perhaps maybe evoke specific curiosities within yourself, how you would go about exploring that, making that process occur, and how you would allow it to continue through to fruition to a beneficial conclusion. So I would just have to say, it's a personal journey that's an ongoing. There's no end to it, because the lessons always continue, not just in this life, but when we leave, because we're always a work in progress. So I've accumulated a lot of knowledge and wisdom in my life, which is my greatest wealth. That's why I choose to consciously share it on this channel, in the hopes that it's to a benefit or an asset to somebody's life. And that is the premise of the channel. And I'd like to explore the journey from self-healing to self-love in further videos, but just to leave you with this, that, no matter what you're going through in your life, more often than not, you are pretty much unaware of the fact that you can self-heal, you can self-soothe and self-love, and it's a beautiful expression of yourself, that when you can actually heal yourself, like a phoenix rising from the ashes continuously, you're always in possession of a power, of an energy, of a force that can not only manifest objects and beings and people and all that, whatever you want, as far as your physical desires or your material likes or dislikes, but you can use that energy in any capacity that you desire it to be applied in any aspect or area of your life. And people don't realize that. It took me a long time in my life to get to where I am, and I'm not even, anywhere near the halfway point. So we're always learning, always growing, always expanding, always transforming, always changing, and it's a beautiful process. But like I said, the journey from self-healing to self-love is just it's a personal exploration of an individual discovery within yourself of how you would go about making that happen. So I will leave you now with the wonderful words of saying that you are always loved and you are never alone. All of your darkness is behind you and your road ahead is divine, and I honestly and sincerely mean that from my heart to yours. And I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this, and I hope sincerely that it will be to the benefit of the viewer, and perhaps you can really digest and absorb and really take in the content of this video, and also the channel itself, in the hopes that it really helps you help yourself on a deep level, not just superficial, because that's really what it's about for me, because I'm a spiritual healer. I'm also a starseed, a light worker, a divine conduit, a medium, a psychic, and a lot of other things. These are just all celestial treasures that the universe has granted me, and I'm thankful to God that I have them. I used to give readings all the time, and just people were like, they couldn't believe how accurate it was. I said, well, because I'm actually opening up your heart, and I go through the heart. That's where I go through, because that's where all divine transmissions are sent. But anyway, God bless, namaste, and everybody, I wish you a very blessed morning, afternoon, evening, or wherever you are. God bless.